Right, no, looks like we're away already, Ed. This is brilliant. I've not even had a chance, and there's havoc already, it seems. Oh, come on. So, folks, really sorry about that. Ended up just getting rushed into it there. Didn't even get a chance to see what was going on. But looking at the position changes, Jetfish and Al managing to make their way up 11 positions right now. See if they've got what it takes to continue with that momentum and possibly get on the podium. Al managing to get past Reese there in that silver, moving up into 4th place. And it looks like Jetfish is flinging it up the inside of turn 1 also. Let's have a look up the front. Oh, we've seen Physical retiring from the session. But unfortunate there. But looking at Jetfish and Al going side by side, going around the hairpin there. And they're still going to be side by side. And now Jetfish manages to get out in front and move up into 4th position. Up 13 places now. Let's see if they're going to make it a almost last to first challenge. And there we go, now moving up, they're going to 3 wide there and there's contact, and I think Jetfish got a broken front wing there. Yep, it certainly has. Looking at all this, that Williams out of shape there of Roscoe, having a little look up the inside and tried to go for a dive, but it didn't pay off for them in the end. Jetfish now got a broken front wing. It's not going to hinder them right now until they get to a corner, but looking at Al, the Jetfish 11, Al back past, but could be going for it down into turn 1. He's going to have to be careful, but then Sammy gets out of shape. Jetfish manages to hook across the front and get into 2nd place yet again, now going for the run down into turn 4, which is sorry, Jetfish and Al now side by side. Is Jetfish going to manage to get around at the same place? No, but doesn't look like he is. I've seen lots of penalties being handed out. We'll have a quick look at the penalty situation right now. Goddard's actually in the best position right now, looking to inherit that lead from his McLaren teammate at the moment, but we'll see if that gap is going to open up or not. Steve Penny retiring from the Grand Prix. Sammy getting a 2-second time penalty there. Of course, it would be 3 seconds usually, but in this case, it is only 2, just with it being such a short race distance. Moving on right now, we'll move up further up here. Jetfish looking like he's going for the move here, as they've both got a broken front wing, so it is even pairings there between Al and Jetfish, and Jetfish manages to move up. Goddard so is still hot on the heels of the drivers ahead and could be looking on inheriting the victory from his team. Reese is around. Around turn 5 we'll go now into 6 and 7. Then we've got the S section of turn 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. DRS wide open all the way down to turn 14. He's got to manage to get a good sector 3 here in order to maintain that gap to the leader. He's trying to take off as much of that apex as possible. This is going to be a really close one. I don't think Goddard is going to do it. And I think Jetfish is going to walk away with the win, putting in the fastest lap of 1:15.746 right now. He's just got to keep up here. And is Al going to let Goddard through or not? I don't think he will be, Sammy. And the Kaizen swapping places. Sammy getting up into 4th position. Looking on up front here, Al and Goddard's battling out here, and this is just working out perfectly for Jetfish up ahead. Of course, I'm unsure if this counts towards the constructor, so it's just drivers all out battling right now. Kaizen's got the inside, and now which turns to the outside. Is he still going to manage to hold at the heart of Sammy, trying to get up the inside there? But ends up failing in that endeavour there. Jetfish now looking like he's going to be able to inherit that win, even though they did end up receiving a time penalty. Let's see, oh, dive up the inside from Al, but he gets out of shape. Of course, Al has got a penalty, so that was a bit pointless on his turn there. He won't possibly drop back behind both the Ferraris. Is Nimby going to manage to be able to get him? No, 3/10 off was the gap in the end. And then see the rest of them coming across the line. And was that Godzilla Jr. and Double Cream Cat coming across the line at the same time there? We'll just wait for Bill and Matt, who it seems didn't have the best of races. I think, has he got a broken front wing? I think he has. Yep, so we'll just wait ever so patiently for the Williams man. And there we go, Bill and Matt, and that Williams man just to come across the line. Unfortunately, we know how these 5-lap races could end up. They end up getting quite chaotic, we'll say. So we ended up seeing Jetfish managing to walk away with the win there. And there we go, the Haas up on the top step, followed by Goddard's, then Kaizen. Also Jetfish putting in the fastest lap of 1:15.746, with Goddard's in second, not managing to get close enough, and actually being over 4 seconds behind at the end. So Kaizen ended up coming in third, then we got Timmy in fourth, fifth for Al, Nimbe in sixth, seventh for Sammy, Roscoe 8th, 9th for Spanner 8, Blue Panda 10th, 11th Temp Shadow Asdog, 12th, 13th for Double Cream Cat, 14th for Godzilla Jr. Reese 15th, Bilton Matt was 16th, and unfortunately both the RBs did not finish the Grand Prix. So now we'll be moving on to a sprint qualifying session, I think it is. So folks, here we are, we're about to get underway for the short sprint qualifying, where we're going to have 12 minutes of the driver scene who's going to be starting on the pole position for the sprint race. So we'll see how things are going to go there. So Jetfish, they're managing to be the quickest in that 5-lap race just there. So managing to come all the way from the back after having a big, massive bit of chaos happen. But we'll see. Hopefully all the drivers will be able to keep it a bit more cleaner during this qualifying session and the race. Well, both the sprint race and the normal main race when we come around to it. So here we go, we're seeing the first drivers start to make their way out of the pits, and that's going to be Goddard, who did finish in second place. So this track, the Mexican Grand Prix, 4.304 kilometers, or if you prefer that in miles, that is 2.674 miles. The tyres we're going to be using here tonight are the C4 soft, C3 mediums, and the C2 hard compound tyres. We've got 17 corners here, and one person who's just coming up to the final one is Goddard's. Just about to start their lap now on the first of the 3 DRS zones here, but there is only one detection point, and that ends up coming before turn 17 and just coming out of the stadium section, and that is going to be doing the giving you DRS all the way down, even down this straight here, as we've seen the polystyrene boards are saying. The DRS window is in the DRS activation point there, so that is only one, and then we've got it again just down through these S sections just at the later stage. Now through the S's of Sector 2, Goddard's goes, coming up to the end of Sector 2. 57 flat into third and final sector into the stadium section. And now around the final corner to the line. What time are they going to be able to put on the board? 116.060. Who is going to be up next? Kaisen in that Ferrari. 115.744. So quite a bit of a difference there, 3/10. and that does come down to the fact that the tyres are different compounds. Looking on it as dog, unfortunately, invalidated. Out to the line, getting a little bit of a slipstream there from, I think that might have been Spanner 8. 115 flat. Yep, that's Spanner 8. So there we go, we've seen a few times start to come in. Godzilla Jr. unfortunately not doing the best of time, 122.158, quite a way off. Same with Double Cream Cat. We've got Spanner 8, will sit with them while they do their lap. There we go, we've just seen Spanner 8 go into, well, was 6th there. I think it was actually 5th before that, but fell down a couple of places, 117.403. We'll have a look further down and see who else. We've got Reese just starting their lap. Where is Steve Penny? Not on a lap just yet. Temp Shadow just starting theirs. Bill and Matt on a lap. They're just coming through sector 2 now. Right, so stay on board with Bill and Matt while they come through the stadium section. Let's see what time the Williams one's going to be able to put on the board. Didn't manage to do too well in the sprint 5-lap race, but we'll see him managing to get into 6th, the 116.086. So let's see if that is going to be a good enough time to keep him there, or if there's going to be someone getting it quicker. We're just seeing it. I think who was that I just seen there? Oh, that must have been Jet Fish, was it? No. Oh, it was Temps, I think. Yep, so Temps putting in a 115.864, good enough for 5th place there. We'll see Roscoe in that Williams just coming into sector 3 now, 57.234 there. That looks like it may be even slower than Goddard's time over 116.060. Fisico's unfortunately left the session. Let's see. Yeah, Roscoe down by 7/10 on Goddard's. Sorry about that, folks. 116.298 for Sammy there. We'll see who is up next. I think that is a Ferrari of Nimby, who's just coming into the pit lane now. We've got 2 minutes and 15 still on the clock. Some of these drivers may not be able to get another lap in. We've got double cream cut on a lap right now. On an out lap, sorry. Let's see, where is Roscoe? Are they on a lap? Nope, they're just coming back into the pits, but they're not going to go again. Oh no, they are, they're going now. So we'll sit with Roscoe, the Williams driver, and see how they're going to be doing as they're on their way down to turn 1. And actually going over to the left hand side, they're running a very low downforce there, 207 mile an hour there with the DRS at its widest point. DRS open again here. Straight line speed is a certainty. Here you definitely want a car with good straight line speed here. Don't want any of that drag, especially down that start-finish straight. And into turn 1, at the start, it's going to be most likely that right now it could be Jetfish who's the one who would be to beat going into turn 1, as Al will not have a good line going into turn 1, as he will be starting in first, and we do know that is a long way down, going down into turn 1, so the slipstream does matter a lot at the very start of this Grand Prix, so even third place could be at an advantage. Also 116.063, 3,000ths of a second off of Goddard's time there. Goddard has just started a lap now. We'll see who is going to be up next. We've got Asdog on a lap, Spanner 8 just starting a lap also. I think Double Cream Cat has just finished. Godzilla Jr. Down at the back. Sammy coming out of the pits, but now we'll be hoping that no one else is near them. Jetfish taking the pole position at 114.622. We'll see is Temp's going to have anything to say about that after putting in the 115.8. Nope, doesn't get anywhere close to 115.266. Who is going to be up next is going to be Bilton Matt. Finished 16th in the 5-lap race just there. Qualifies P5, 115.522. Who's going to be up next is going to be the McLaren of Goddard's. See what time they're going to be able to put in a 116.060 was the time to beat. And they managed to get a better time, but not enough to move up any positions. Asdog is up next. He lifts off before the end. Interesting. Spanner 8 to the line. Improves, but not enough to move up any positions, it seems. And Greasy actually improving up to 14th. Double Cream Cat into the pits. So there we go. That is the end of the sprint qualifying. There we have it, folks, the results for the sprint qualifying there. So come the sprint race, it will be Jetfish lining up on first, then Alan second, Temp Shadow third, fourth for Nimby, Bolton Martin fifth, then we've got Timmy in sixth, Kaizen seventh, Goddard's eighth, ninth for Roscoe, then we've got Sammy and Asdog in 10th and 11th, Steve Penny in 12th, 13th for Blue Panda, then we've got Reese and Spanner Ape, the Silvers, the Aston Martin, a double cream cat in 16th, 17th for Godzilla Jr. and Physical, unfortunately not in the lobby, so now we're going to be moving on to the sprint race where we're going to have 12 laps of racing around this 4.3 kilometre track, or 2.674 mile long race with 17 corners, 3 DRS zones. Let's see what shall be happening in the next few moments. Good, so we're going to be having a formation lap this time around anyway, as that was a bit crazy last time out, so we'll have a look at the tyre situation. Mediums all round for everyone here, so at least we won't need to worry about that statistic. As now we're just going to be waiting for all these drivers to get back round. Okay, that was a bit dramatic there. Seen Nimby trying to get them yellow walled Pirellis heated up quite nicely, and he doesn't realise he's need to go even further. Keep going, keep going. Remember, you were in 4th position. 4th. You're in 10th right now. Another couple of spaces. Yeah, there. One more. One more. Nope. Keep going. There. Now Nimby's lined up. So now there we go. We'll get 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away for the start of this sprint race. It looks like Jeffish managed to get a good launch, but Al got even better. And now is Temp's going to be the one to jump over and try and get the slipstream? Nope, he's just going straight through, straight lining it. He's going to take that outside line, going into turn 1. Jetfish down 2 places at this moment, but can he manage to hold it off and get it back at turn 3? It looks like he did, getting all over the place there. There's been contact already. There's cars all around the place. Jetfish managing to get back up into the lead, going up the inside, going into turn 4. And we've seen Asdog actually up from 11th, up 6 places. Nicely done from them. Just managing to trail on with this little gaggle cars at the front, the top 7 there. And then we've got another bunch here from 8th all the way down to the back of the pack. We'll see, has that Ferrari got damage? Yep, the Ferrari of Kaizen has got damage. Steve Penny, have they got damage? No, easy way to find out. Nope, no damage there. Looking on that McLaren, nope, no damage either. And none on Double Cream Cat, so they're all safe in that regard. Just ended up seeing a bit of contact before. But looking on at Kaizen, are they going to go into the pits? Nope, they're staying out. So running it with that broken front wing. But right now it looks like Godzilla Jr.'s managed to get the better launch. But here is Kaizen. He's going to be jumping into that slipstream. If he just uses a little bit of that boost, then he'll be able to go for it, but he sits behind for now. Godzilla Jr. goes deep, going into turn 1. And then that ends up messing that up. Kaizen, is he going to be able to go for the move here? No, he's just staying ever patient, but there's action behind for that 14th position as Physical has managed to get past Reese and move up into 14th place here. Nicely done there from the RB driver. Oh, there we go. We've seen Benji there. Nice to see there. Oh, Godzilla Jr. around, is he? Nope, just getting right out of shape there. And yeah, one to look out for. Oh, Goddard's there. Getting up into 14th there. Oh, Reese going a bit, taking a bit too much of that curb there. And getting right out of shape. But yeah, looking on, we'll go up nearer the front where we see Al and Jetfish battling out again. These three up at the front do like to battle out quite often with each other. Al, Jetfish and Temps Shadow. And Al looks like the one who's in the prime position right now, as he's going to continue with that DRS. It's a bit of a joke here, I will say, having DRS detection point all the way back there. And when you could overtake them about a mile away and still have the DRS after that. I don't know why that is a thing, but hey ho, that is the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Looking further down, doesn't seem to be many overtakes happening up to now. But look at this, Timmy going up the outside of Spanner 8 into turn 8 there. Has to end up bailing out of that. Trying to be a little bit ambitious going for that position, but it could get it now. But is now going to be the good time to go for it, or is it going to be better to wait until going into turn 1? Looks like Spanner 8 made an error there and had to yield that position to Timmy. Not a fan of Mexico, that is understandable. It's not everyone's cup of tea, I suppose, but looking on right now, the overspeed from Asdog getting up. Is he going to get up past the Ferrari? Also gets the car turned in nicely, and it could change in just a moment. Is he going to get a good launch going down into turn 4? Doesn't look like he's going for it, but Bilton Matt looking for it, looking like he's going down the inside at turn 4, but deciding better against it. These three still at the top, still sitting quite close to one another. But Temp Shadow breaking out of that DRS window and won't have the DRS right now, so he's having to use that battery to try and catch back up to Al and Jetfish in first and second. Jetfish fastest lap 1:16.203. Now looking on at Asdog, he's going to manage to get that move done on Nimby, and now moves up into 4th place. Al managing to get back past Jetfish also to move up into that 1st place. Godzilla Jr. getting a 3-second time penalty. That is not going to be fun. Looking at the back of Asdog's rear wing, and we've seen Bilton Matt getting past the Ferrari, and Bilton Matt going a bit deep there and ends up breaking a bit of that front wing off of that Williams. And it looks like the other Williams was going for it. If they got a broken front wing also, yep, so the Williams duo not doing the best here at Mexico, both driving with broken front wings right now. Let's go back up to the front of the pack where we see Jetfish and Al starting to make that gap to Temp's Shadow. It's now sitting at 1.9 seconds, so Temp's just dropping back now. You can see them just battling off up in the distance as Jetfish is going to move up into the lead. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. That was Physical. Have they got any damage, or did they just spin out, unfortunately? As I see, it doesn't look like they've got any damage. Roscoe and Nimby swapping places there. And now Nimby coming back on the attack in that scarlet red Ferrari, going around the outside at turn 3 there. And they're going to be side by side going into turn 4. With Nimby having that inside link, gets out of shape, and that's going to allow Roscoe to get the car around the outside, but not managing to carry the momentum. Oh, and Nimby getting all out of shape and into the wall. Go, just not having the grip there, doing a little bit of a Logan Sargent there. But managed to keep the car at least in, well, more pieces, in a bit less pieces anyway. Looking on at Roscoe now, he just did just get overtaken by Sammy there. Oh, and Jetfish and Al swapping places again. It's become a reoccurring thing happening. 10-second penalty for Nimby for corner cutting. And I think Nimby might be done, and I think that may be a retirement. Yep, that will be. That's a bit unfortunate. So we're seeing yellow flag in Sector 3, and that is due to Nimby retiring from the race. Yep, it is so close at the front between these two. They are always constantly battling out with each other. And that's one thing I haven't even had a chance to look at, is, well, the standings before this all ended up kicking off here tonight. So it's actually in the championship right now, it's Jetfish who's in the lead on 219 points, followed by Al on 177 and Temp's Shadow on 136. We're seeing yellow flag in Sector 2. Couldn't see who that was for. We'll get back up to the front here with Jetfish moving to the right hand side. Our championship leader now getting past Al and moving up into first position. Who's going to be the one to walk away with this? Now, as we're getting closer to the end, it is going to start becoming all about tactics, just like seen in Baku. Steve Penny, unfortunately Steve Penny around, just like ended up seeing in Baku on Monday there. If you go back to the red, the RAR, the Red Arrows Racing stream that got uploaded on Monday, you'll see at the end it was actually a spectacularly close finish at the end. Whether that's going to be the case here tonight, I mean, it was 1/1000th of a second between the second and third place, but as who got that second place and who got third, it was a really close one, I will say. And then ended up doing it at Baku again last night, and then basically the same happened again. So very very interesting, very close between a lot of drivers here. Looking on right now, Al will have that DRS right now, and he's going to be gaining on Jetfish. Yeah, we want preferably to get this overtake done before turn 1. And there we go, moves up into first position. Sammy and Timmy swapping places there. Sammy up into 6th place now. He's 1 second off of the car ahead, but we'll have that DRS from the Red Bull behind after getting the DRS a bit earlier on in the lap. Ooh, Spanner Ape getting a 3-second time penalty. Naughty, naughty. Jetfish here looking for a move on Al as we're on lap 9. Throws it up the inside there. Make contact. Al would have definitely ended up getting a warning for that at the very least there. And yeah, it's not going to be the best situation, but we'll see how things are going to be holding up. And if things are going to be end up going to the steward's office or not regarding that, we could see that happen, could maybe not, but looking on right now from the rear wing of Jetfish, you see Al closing in, and now goes up the inside, going into turn 1. Is he going to manage to hold it? Looking on, he's got the inside line for turn 3, but ends up having to yield that position for now. He's going to have the DRS on the run up, going to the inside at turn 4. He's going to have that shorter distance, but then that's going to turn into the longer distance on the next corner, and ends up leaving Al having to stay in 2nd. Roscoe and Sammy swapping places there after Sammy ends up getting right out of shape, it seems. Looking right now at this battle for 4th position right now between Timmy, Asdog and Built and Matt. Built and Matt managing to do quite nicely in fending off the Red Bull and Aston Martin behind. Especially considering he's not got an end plate on that right hand side of that front wing. So, lack of downforce there, and still managing to pull away. Jetfish getting overtaken by Al this time. This time at working. Timmy could be going for a move here on Asdog, but unfortunately not managing to get close enough just yet. It's the one problem with this track is DRS does end up being a big thing here. Looking right now, Ficycle getting all out of shape coming out of turn 3 there, and that is allowing Reese to catch him back up, and he's not going to manage to get the inside line going into turn 4, but he manages to hold off that 12th place for now. Doesn't manage to get the 11th. Looking on further up right now, Jetfish getting past Al. I did just miss that there. So Jetfish in the lead on the final lap. Is that going to count? Is he going to manage to keep it? Al getting a 3-second time penalty, and that has definitely buggered his chances up. Temps will manage to get this 2nd place if he manages to keep it clean. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. And that is Steve Penny jumping into the pits now. And now they have retired from this Grand Prix. Is Al going to manage to get back at Jetfish? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get close enough. There we go, we could hear the fireworks all being set off already. Al getting all out of shape. They're trying to increase that gap as much as possible, but he's still going to have to settle for that 3rd place up to now as Temps comes around the corner also. So Jetfish wins the sprint race in the Mexico round 8. and season 16 of IRC eSports. Temps comes home in second after Al getting that penalty. And then we've got Bilt and Matt who managed to recover from a terrible 5-lap race here. Asdog 5th, 6th for Timmy, 7th for Sammy. Then we've got Kaizen, Blue Panda, Roscoe. Physical will come across the line with the McLaren of Goddard's just behind, and then Reese just behind that. But Physical, unfortunately, with that penalty, does end up going down to 13th with Spanner 8 coming across the line in 14th. Waiting for Godzilla Jr., who's just coming around the final corner now. And then we'll have double Cream Cat and Aston Martin coming across the line to round us off. So there we'll have it, folks. That is the end of the sprint race. So with Jetfish managing to get the pole position and the fastest lap in the sprint, nicely done from them. Temps managing to move up a place due to Al having a penalty. Bill and Matt in 4th, 5th for Asdog, and then 6th for Timmy, Sammy in 7th, Kaizen 8th, 9th for Blue Panda, Brosco in 10th. Goddard's 11th, Reese 12th, 13th for Fisco after getting that penalty, unfortunately moving them down. Then we had the Spanner Ape in 14th, 15th for Double Cream Cat, and Godzilla Jr. Came home in 16th, did end up with a penalty, so did end up losing out. And then we had Steve Penny and was it Fisco? I think I did miss it. Nimby was the other one who did end up retiring. So now we're going to be moving on to the next stage of qualifying, which is going to be the qualifying for the main race. So 18-minute session, 18 drivers, all going to decide who's going to be having that number one position. And I know with here is it's not the best thing to be on pole, as with it being such a long run down to the line. Physical on the intermediates, that's weird. Never thought we'd see that, but yeah, we'll just stay with them. We'll go with them for now. So Physical actually out on the intermediate tyres, just for a little fun lap it seems. Also Physical going on that lap. On these intermediate tyres, a bit odd, we never really see this much. We used to see it before in another league that I did do commentary for. I've seen it actually quite often. But in here, not so much. We'll see how things are going to go. So if he's going to manage to keep it within the white lines and on the black stuff. So, Physical unfortunately not managing to get that time, and Sammy 1:15.756. We'll see who else is on a lap. We've got Timmy right now just coming into turn 4. And into 5, managing to navigate that quite nicely. Around 6 and 7 sweetly. And now into the complicated S section where you mess up one corner and the whole thing is buggered up, but he manages to nail that quite successfully there. DRS is open. Now just around the final few corners. Let's see what time Timmy is going to be able to put on the board. To put in, goes second, 1:15.929. Sammy getting in quite a good time up to now, but we're still yet to see a good few drivers jump out onto track. So it's quite odd that we're only seeing a few drivers out at the moment. Double Cream Cat will most likely, will be end up going third here with a 1:18.852. Unfortunately, quite a bit off the pace of the lead runners there. Who's going to be the next one up? We've got Roscoe. We'll stay on board with them as they are navigating the final corner now. We'll see what time Roscoe and that Williams is going to be able to do. As now they're on the rundown, and it is a long way down all the way to turn 1. Managing to navigate 1 and 2 and 3 quite nicely there, making sure not to take too much apex, as we do know that if you get in on that inside curb it does end up unsettling the car. Now into 4 and 5, staying away from them curbs. Could have carried a bit more speed there through turn 5 into 6 and 7. Same with there, didn't use up all the track on the exit. Now into 8 and 9 and 10 now for turn 11 and 12. DRS open now. Round 13 into turn 14. Now the left right of 15, 16. And now turn 17. To the line, the time's Roscoe going to be able to put in, it goes 4 to 1:16.119. So nicely done from them. We did see Al putting a 1:14.797 Jetfish on their lap right now. Just coming around the final corner now. Time is the Haas driver going to be able to put on the board a 1:15.028. Good quarter of a second off Al. Blue Panda just starting their lap temps, just finishing theirs. Welcome along those who have joined. We've just seen Temp Shadow there putting a 1:15.178. We're in the second part of the session. We did have 5 lap races and then sprint qualifying and the sprint race. Now we're on to the main race, the main qualifying for the main race. On board with Blue Panda right now. As now they're coming down into the final sector, into this little stadium section. And what time is the Mercedes driver going to be able to put on the board? Getting a little bit out of shape there, coming out of the final corner to the line. 1:16.615 is good enough for 7th place at the moment. Of course, a lot of the drivers still haven't put in a lap time yet for some odd reason. So on board with Physico, and they're on them intermediate tyres still just messing around rather than sitting in the pits and just waiting, as they won't have as much of the tyres to use. Let's see, Physico 119.275, of course, will have to go again if they want to put in a proper competitive time. Built-in Matt is on a lap now, coming into the stadium section. Let's see what the Williams driver is going to be able to do as they're coming around turn 17 now. To the line, what time they're going to be able to put on the board? They're going to be able to get in the 115, 115.818 is good enough for 6th place, just ahead of their teammate by under a tenth of a second. We'll go further down and see Kaizen is just coming out around turn 12. Goddard's a little bit later. So we'll go on board with Goddard, who is on them medium tyres, which is a bit surprising. We'll continue to see how Goddard is going to do, as he's just starting their lap now. Of course, we're still yet to see about 7 drivers still set lap times. We're with the McLaren of Goddard's right now, and we'll see how they're going to do on them medium tyres. Of course, only driver who's on them medium tyres right now. So Goddard's coming around the S's section now, and absolutely rattling the car around there, and just going for it. It was like it was on tracks there. Now into turn 13 and 14, 15, 16, and then the final corner here of 17. Going to the line, the time they're going to be able to put on the board, keeping it to the right hand side, 115.612. Could have went and got a little bit less there by keeping to the right hand side, but unfortunately didn't, and that could have lost them a little bit of time there. But regardless of that, still manages to put in a good time, puts it into 6th place. Reese in that silver on a lap now. We'll see what they're... So Reese 117.515. Let's see, oh, who was that just crossed the line there? I think that was Asdog, puts in a 115.808, goes 7th. Godzilla Jr. will be the next car up. We'll see how the Alpine driver is going to be able to do. So we've seen Godzilla Jr. put in a 119.526. Let's see, Jetfish 114.556. That time ramping right up there, absolutely spectacular there. We've got 4 minutes 40 on the clock as of now, until that checkered flag falls and all drivers will have to finish their lap, or that will be at span rate coming around turn 17 now. And now to the line. The time they're going to be able to put on the board, the 117.750. We've still got Nimbe, who is on the time right now, coming around at turn 4. Let's see how Nimby's going to do as they're coming through Sector 3, this final little sector through the stadium section. And now to the line, you're only in that section for about 20 seconds of your lap. Nimby goes P3 at 1:15.075. Nicely done from them. All the way further up, we see Kaizen is on a lap right now. I think Spanner Ape, are they on a lap right now? It could quite possibly be. Yep, Spanner Ape coming to the line. They're going to be able to improve a 1:17.282. They did, but only enough to overtake their teammate. Godzilla Jr. is on a lap right now. Oh, and gets right out of shape. Sammy is actually retired. And that's in the pit lane. So 1:15.442 is the quickest that they think they're going to be able to do. And they're deciding to sit out the rest of this qualifying. So we've just went and seen that it's going to be rain for the race. So very interesting there. So we did end up seeing the drivers, and I was actually quite surprised now that there's rain for the race, that the drivers did actually come out. Blue Panda, I think it was, actually came out on the, no, Physical, sorry, came out on the intermediate tyres on a dry track, so it's a bit unusual. But we're seeing Temps just making their way downtown, driving fast. Ferraris pass, and they're homebound. Let's see, going down the order, I've seen Steve Penny on a lap, double cream cat, not on a lap, they've just finished one. So Temps is on a lap now, so is Timmy. Roscoe not on a lap, Spanner Ape is just about to start a lap, I think. Steve Penny on a lap, Reese just started, double cream cat not long started, just came to the end of sector 2, Nimby getting right off the track there. And you need to get out of the way, as that is a car that is on a lap right now, and of Timmy, and Timmy won't be happy at all with that, and he will be quite annoyed with Nimby getting in the way with that. But of course, Nimby trying to get a lap in before time's up, and we see the Aston Martin there, I think that was Asdog or Double Cream Cat getting it out the way there. And did Nimby manage to make the line? No, they didn't. So Timmy down 1 second on that time, and he will not be happy about that, having to give up on that time. Steve Penny, nope, not on a lap. Reese coming to the end of their lap now, and stays where they are, doesn't improve in position. Bilton Matt on a lap. Let's see who is going to be next up. It's going to be Asdog, who's struggling around that stadium section. And it looks like you've got that suspension set quite solid and making the car bounce all over the place. Didn't manage to get a good result there with final time. Didn't improve. Bilton Matt going P6 with a 1:15.198. Goddard's coming around the final corner. See what time they're going to be able to put on the board. And after that, it's just going to be Steve Penny. So Goddard's doesn't improve. Steve Penny has invalidated. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of the qualifying session for the 36 lap race. We've got Jetfish getting that pole position again at 1:14.556. Al in second place. Then we've got Temps Shadow. Then Nimby in fourth. Fifth for Timmy. Bilton Martin sixth. Sammy in seventh. Goddard's in eighth. Ninth for Roscoe. Asdog 10th. Kaizen in 11th. Spanner 12th. 13th for Steve Penny. Blue Panda in 14th, Reese in 15th, 16th for Double Cream Cat, then Godzilla Jr. in 17th, and Visico unfortunately not managing to get a time on the dry compound tyres. So now we're going to be moving on to a 36 lap Grand Prix, and that will decide who is going to be walking away the victor. And remember, it is going to be rain for the race by the looks of it at one point. So anyone who's watching either right now or watching back later on, it'd be much appreciated if you haven't already to subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out and it'll help me be able to grow the channel and be able to bring you better content in the future. Yeah, so we're just waiting right now. Jetfish been absolutely commanding here tonight, but then we'll see if things are going to be able to carry on with that, with looking like the clouds looming overhead. We'll see if that is going to be able to be the case come the end of the Grand Prix. Let's see, so tyres, mediums and hard, so it's telling us that the rain is going to come a little later, so it's going to be about halfway through. Oh. Right, so that was a bit weird there, didn't just disconnected there for a second. That was a bit weird, just seeing stream hell. So, just to getting the drivers lining back up on the grid now. So, we're going to be getting ready for racing again in just a few moments' time. So there we go, folks. Everyone is lined up back on the grid yet again. And we're just seeing the lights all turn on. There we go. We've got 5 red lights on and they're off and we're away. That was a quick one there. And it looks like Jetfish managing to get a great start there. But look at Temp's Shadow moving out to the right hand side. Going to try and take that inside line. Going into turn 1. Al making space there and going for that inside line. Unfortunately, Temp's not managing to get up far enough. And Jetfish managing to hold off on that first position right now. Nimby moving up a position on Temp's Shadow. And Asdog now is up 6 places, making a great launch there at the start of this Grand Prix. And they are absolutely excellent at the race starts, it seems. Since somebody has had to restart their career race plenty of times. But looking on right now, Asdog up, and it could be a way to gain another place up on Nimby, who did ghost. And now Asdog up into 3rd position now, up 7 places as Timmy is around and loses out a lot of places there, down 6 positions altogether now after starting in 5th. Looking on at that, Williams ahead of Roscoe, getting a little bit out of shape there ahead of Kaizen as we're coming up to turn 14 there. Looking on at Timmy there, just tapping the rear there, and it looks like Roscoe is jumping into the pits to get a new set of tyres, and we'll have to get a new front wing also. Looking on right now, we see Steve Penny having to go up the outside, going into turn 1, but Timmy managing to hold out there. Move further up there and we see Jetfish actually, Spanner Ape. What's happened to Spanner Ape? Got right out of shape and ended up losing a good few places there. Reese there, being overtaken by Godzilla Jr. And now Godzilla Jr. up into 13th position. All the action is happening and we're starting to see the rain start to fall. Looking on at the tyres, we'll keep that tyre board up right now. And we could see the drops forming on the screen. So it's not going to be long now until the... and Spanner Ape is out and we've got a safety car, and this is going to be what everybody is needing right now, jumping into the pits for them intermediate tyres. We'll see everybody do the exact same thing. And a lot of drivers actually staying out, and wow, what is going on there? That was weird and a bit laggy, I think. That was highly unusual there. I just think didn't see a Ferrari out in the middle of the track just for a second. I'm unsure, that was just really weird. But yeah, you know what this game's like sometimes. Looking on at Roscoe, so are they going to decide to jump in now or wait another lap or two? I think it might actually be a better idea if you're further back to wait a lap or two until you catch back up to the safety car. Of course, these drivers who did actually stay out an extra lap will end up right down at the back of the grid most likely. Come the Bolton, that'll probably end up down behind the Blue Panda. All these drivers who jump in quite early, so we will have a bit of a safety car, so that will end up extending it a little, and they'll be able to manage to keep them intermediate tyres cool, but they will be wearing down quite a bit. We'll see how things are going to be going, so we'll see when these drivers at the front all start to make their way into the pits. So are these drivers going to come in? No, Bilton Matt stays out. Goddard jumps in. Kaizen stays out. Steve Penny stays out. Timmy in. Same with Sammy. Godzilla Jr. all into the pits. And Reese Steve Penny, Kaizen and Bilton Matt all stay out. This is a ballsy decision from these folks here. What is going to be the case? Roscoe could go a bit quicker and test out these intermediate tyres and see how it's going, but it's not the best idea to do it right away. We're starting to see the specs fall. Godzilla Jr.'s on the hard tyres? Why is he... What? Huh? Why is he on the hard compound tyres? It is starting to rain and he's came into the pits. That's got to be a mistake by the Alpine pit crew. I can't see that being an error made by Godzilla Jr. That is quite unusual, I will say. So we're probably going to see the safety car go one more lap here. And I think it's going to be a good idea for Bilton, for these top four all to jump into the pits. But we'll see how things are going to go. As it does look like they're struggling quite a bit now, and the track is clearly damp. And he's staying out. Kaizen takes the opportunity to go in, same with Risi. But the two hard runners, Bilton and Steve, still staying out. Godzilla Jr. jumps in. So, do they know something that we don't? Oh, Godzilla Jr. getting a 10-second time penalty. That's gutting to say the least. So we should see the safety car in this lap as the rain has started falling during this time. Quite interesting to see what is going to happen. Who's going to be the quicker out there? Is it going to be Jetfish? And we'll see if that name is going to be ringing true. It's raining. And let's see if he's going to be like a jet. We'll get that message come up in just a couple of moments. There we go. Race control saying the safety car is in this lap. And we are about to get underway racing again on lap, at the end of lap 5, at the start of lap 6. So Bilton Matt actually making a big gap for himself as much as possible, and he's ended up forcing himself to go into the pits. Oh my god, he had a great time there to go for it, but then now they realised it's too wet and they've went into the pits. Oh no, looking on at the back of Jetfish, and is he going to be able to go for the move? It doesn't look like it just yet. Going further down, we'll see if any of these drivers are going to be side by side. One who is Double Cream Cat and Roscoe. Roscoe managing to move up into 11th place there. And look at these drivers, they're actually struggling. Is it actually getting close to wets now? Is that what Bilton Matt and Steve were actually trying to hold out for? Is it going to be, I think it's going to be wet in the next few moments. If anyone watching along right now who's in here, like Spanner, Epifury, oh, Reese and Double Cream Cat getting all out of shape there together as we're coming out of turn 5 there. Godzilla Jr. getting another penalty. Oh, I just realised it's a bit sad you don't see that, like the front wing flexing, like what you do in when you see the front wing on Sky. You see the front wing actually flexing in real life, but yeah, don't see it as much in game, unfortunately. And I think this is not going to be many overtakes, but looking right now, there is one Goddard's overtaking the Blue Panda to get that 7th position. And now Blue Panda, you're the one that we're watching right now. We'll see if you're going to be able to get past the Goddard's here. There's not going to be any DRS to help these drivers. Kaizen and Roscoe getting swapping places there. Staying on board right now. Is this rain going to get any heavier? If it gets any heavier, just by the slightest bit, it could be time to put on the wet compound tyres. As I see the understeer the Blue Panda's receiving, going around turn 12 there. You see how much slower these guys are having to travel through the corners. That just goes to show you that how much these tyres aren't the best, and this weather is not the best, not providing the best times. These cars are like, it's like they're Bambi on ice right now. But Blue Panda looks like he's going to be going for the move here. He's into the slipstream, using that battery, moves to the right hand side. He's going to take that inside line, going into turn 1. Is he going to manage to be able to hold off the McLaren? And I think he is. He's managed to get right past the McLaren and move up into 7th place and take that position back that took from him just a lap before. Goddard's getting a 3-second time penalty, and now looks like he's going to be overtaken by Timmy going into turn 4. Is that going to be the case? Is Timmy going to be later on the brakes and down the inside that Red Bull goes? But is Goddard's going to keep that nose in? Nope, he doesn't, and he yields that position. Goddard's down into 9th, and the Hail Mary attempt there from Sammy to bail up the inside there. That was virtually impossible for that to work. And he ends up, did he get any damage from that? Nope, he got a bit lucky there. And I don't think that the McLaren got any damage either. Yep, they managed to walk away all good in that regard, so a bit lucky there. We'll move up to Temps, who's sitting in 5th place. 1 second behind them is Bicycle. And 9/10 of a second ahead of them is Asdog, who managed to get a great start at the start of this Grand Prix. Got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Godzilla Jr. around at turn 13. We'll go back up to Temps. And Asdog's actually right up close to the back of Nimby now. Blue Panda and Timmy battling it out again. This battle for 7th place is not going down easy. These guys all battling it out as much as they can for that 7th place. This track is very tight, especially at one half of the track, whereas the other half of the track is very wide open, very easy to overtake, especially when you've got DRS. Unfortunately, these drivers right now will be having to do the majority of this Grand Prix without DRS. Sammy getting past Goddard's there, nicely done. Getting a good launch out of turn 12, but out of turn 13, Timmy gets... Goddard's got a good launch, tried to go around the outside, made contact with Sammy, but managing to keep all clear on the damage side. Sammy's still up in 9th, which is about to change though. Goddard slips into the slipstream there, just knew that was about to happen before he even said it. And now moves to the right hand side, and it's going to box that Haas in. Nope, he's not. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's going to be Sammy, who moves up. And where did that Ferrari come from of Kaizen? That was incredible. I never even seen him there. And he makes up 2 positions on Goddard's and on the Blue Panda. But is Kaizen going to be able to hold off here and keep up with Goddard's? Going up into turn number 4 now. He's later on the brakes. But is he going to manage to hold it off around turn 5? Going for the switch pack, going into the hairpin? Nope. He's not managing to be able to have the confidence on that accelerator to go for the move and to get the throttle down. Dalton Matt and Steve Penny swapping places there. Dalton Matt falling down into 16th there. Their little strategy not working out in the end, with them being staying out until the end of the safety car. It's a bit of a silly one. I did notice that Bolton was actually trying to go for it, but of course would have ended up being overtaken by the end of the lap anyway, with the safety car ending. Fisico into the pits now. He's jumping onto the wet tyres. Is he jumping onto the wet tyres? The Blue World Pirellis, are we about to see them for the first time here tonight, folks? And I think that we are. Yes, we are. Somebody's thinking it's time to get the boat wheels on instead of the car wheels. Let's see how these ones are going to be able to do it. Are they going to be able to? Is there going to be enough water for them to displace? They're going to be able to get the best grip that they can. We'll see how Fisico compares to Double Cream Cat now. It doesn't look like there's enough spray just yet. There's no standing water. I think it is just in the crossover period. But then again, look at the grip that Fisico's getting. Of course, Double Cream Cat not the quickest, as I think that they are on a controller. And we do know the controller isn't normally the best. And this is coming from a controller player previously anyway. Until I got a wheel, and then that wheel broke, and then I just ended up having to hang up for a bit until I get that one sorted, or I get a new one. Looking on right now, we'll see Goddard's right close to the back of Sammy. Blue Pandas fell back quite a bit. 1.3 seconds is the gap to Kaizen in 9th place. We'll go up to Thames, who's right near the back of Asdog for that 4th position. Dalton Matt and Double Cream Cat swapping places there for that 14th position. We'll pay attention to this gap to Risi up ahead, and it looks like Fisico's actually reeling in that gap really quickly. So could the wet tyres be the way to go? 12.0 seconds there. And the wet tyres are the way to go. Double Cream Cat opting for that strategy as well. This is the time where these drivers at the back have that chance to go for it now. Who is going to be able to work out that it's the best time to go into the wet tyres is right now. We'll find out soon enough, as now we'll go up to the front and we'll see Nimby under threat from 3 cars behind him, Asdog and the Red Bulls. Is any of them going to be jumping into the pits? Oh, Asdog getting out of shape there, looking like he was going to go for it, but deciding better against it. Timmy getting past Shadow there. And now moving up into 5th position after Shadow did end up making an error. So it doesn't look like anyone is going into the pits right now. We'll go on with, nope, Dalton Matt. Are they going to be jumping into the pits? Of course, he's pulling that gap in on Risi by half a second a lap now. So quite a substantial amount. We'll see if they've got what it takes to hold on and carry that on. So let's see, is Kaizen going to be able to catch up to Goddard's here with the straight line speed? It doesn't look like it, not entirely anyway. Just preparing, and it could be going for that move, going into turn 4. If he manages to line this up right, he's got the better line up to now, and Goddard's getting out of shape, and this is the opportunity to strike for the Ferrari. And there we go, goes prancing past that papaya orange McLaren. And I just see Timmy move up on Asdog. Ooh, nice one. So Timmy up past Asdog, up into 4th place now. Godzilla Jr. into the pits now. What are they doing? Are they going on to the blue tyres? Yep, they're going on the blue tyres. So quite a few drivers opting for them now. The blue tyres being the wettest tyres that you could use, short of using a paddle boat. Let's see how Roscoe is going to fare here. Oh wait there, 10th Shadow here on Asdog going into turn 1. And we could see just behind that there, also just ahead, sorry. Was that? Oh no, that was double cream cat there. Is the car being overtaken, also being lapped. But Temps now up past Asdog for that 5th position and followed his teammate through, who did end up going past just a few moments ago. Looking on at Timmy now, this is starting to fare into their whoa, little tap there to the back of Nimby. And that ends up making the Red Bull a little bit out of shape there on the exit of turn 13. And 14, 15 and 16 we go now. Goddard's and Sammy battling it out. And Goddard's in 9th, Sammy in 8th now. We'll move further up just a moment. We'll see Timmy and Nimby. Is he going to manage to be able to go for a move? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. No, he's going to have to hold off until later. Looking on right now. Oh, and there's contact there between Kaizen and Sammy. Sammy getting... Oh! Sammy... What was going on there? I think there was a Goddard there up the inside also. On the outside. And ends up getting put into the wall. Okay, a second, let me go and see this again. Yep, so Goddard's is into the wall, and that Haas actually ends up hitting the Ferrari into the McLaren, and the McLaren ends up going off track. So that is not going to be Kaizen or Goddard's will be happy with that, and Goddard's has actually got a broken front wing because of that. And that is... I'm not sure if that was a break-up in communication or what, but looking on right now, we've got Nimby being overtaken by Timmy and moving up into that 3rd position. Sammy not playing the fairest of games here as Goddard's. Are they going to jump into the pits? No. Not just yet, surprisingly enough. But looking on at Kaizen now, going for that move. And there we go, we can see the Haas there. And the Haas using up all that battery there to try and squeeze past. Is Kaizen going to be able to go for it now, going into turn 4? Is he going to use up any of that battery to go and fling it down the inside? Nope, he's playing the cautious game right now. He knows what that horse is capable of right now. And he's just waiting for that perfect moment to strike, just putting the pressure on and waiting for that error that Sammy will most likely inevitably make, especially in this type of weather. So folks, I just realised that my microphone was muted for a bit, so my finger must have went and slipped onto it there, and yeah, that was quite interesting there. But yeah, so do apologise. But safety car, I'll end up getting a drive-through penalty. That's going to absolutely hinder their chances after just coming into the pits. Fortunately enough, it is after they've came into the pits at the very least, and but yeah, it does end up hindering them right up. Everyone onto the intermediates now. Godzilla Jr. being disqualified after receiving too many penalties, I'm going to be guessing. So now we're just waiting ever patiently for the drivers to catch back up, and we do end up having this safety car back into the pits. We've seen the drivers at the back. I think that was Bilton Matt is just coming around turn one now. Unfortunately, Double Cream Cat is further up the field, but will be a way to be overtaken quite soon with being a lap down, so they'll end up being overtaken and be lapped by the whole grid in a few laps time. We're going on to lap 22 now, in just a few short moments. We're going to be having another lap of the safety car, and we should be getting underway racing on lap 23, so it should be in at the end of the next lap. Bicycle getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on the safety car. That is one thing you do not want to do. And we've seen Worldwide Racing TV there commenting. Hello there, welcome along. Let's see, so we're under a safety car right now. We've got just waiting on, and Bilton Max came into the pits. Fresh set of intermediates, it seems. Good choice to come in now. Alright there, Joe, welcome along. Let's see, we're just on lap 22, we've got 14 laps left. Oh. Well, welcome along anyway. Oh, right. Fair enough. Looking on right now, Goddard's getting a 3-second time penalty. And now we're getting underway again. Now it looks like Al is going to be the one pressuring Jetfish, but he has got a drive-through penalty, which is going to definitely hinder him up. Flinging it down the inside there, faking to the outside, going to the inside, and he's going to have the inside for the next corner. A little bit of contact there between them, and it looks like Jetfish is the one who's been overtaken, but it's not going to really matter in the next few moments, as Al does end up having a drive-through penalty. Looking on right now, the best thing you could do is just hope and pray the Jetfish gets some time penalties so you could at least reduce the deficit of the gap to first place. And they're going to be side by side yet again, going into turn 8, and Al manages to get the move done. Is Jetfish being compromised here, going into the S's? Yes, he is. And he is losing another place by the looks of things to Temps Shadow, who Jetfish ends up going wide, but then manages to maintain that second place there. Moving further down, Timmy and Nimby battling out side by side. Nimby managing to get up the inside there, going into turn 13, but then that switches around, and now Timmy manages to get up into 4th position. Nicely done there. Al not deciding to jump in for that drive-through just yet, which is actually quite surprising. I would have expected to see that happen. Jetfish being overtaken by Shadow, and now Timmy and Nimby swapping places yet again. And oh, Nimby, did they get a tap up the rear, or was that just a push? Did they just get too much on the throttle there? That was insane there. What happened there? Give me a moment, let's have a quick replay and see. And you can really see, but we've got a virtual safety car now. Has Nimby got any damage? Nope. Or Asdog, have they got any damage? Doesn't look like it, so seems that everyone managed to get away all good. On lap 24 of this 36 lap Grand Prix. Not too long now in this race, just 12 laps remaining. Kaizen Asdog swap places there. Kaizen managing to get up past Asdog. Out into the pits to serve that drive-through penalty, and will drop right down to pretty much the back of the grid almost. Will maybe even come out behind Bilton Matt. We've seen a yellow flag. Nimby has retired from this Grand Prix, and we've got a safety car. Holy moly. And Al actually done that at the perfect time there. Oh my god, that was so close there. He went in to serve that drive-through just at the right time. So now on lap 25 we've got another safety car, so we're going to end up being behind this safety car for a couple of laps now, as we just wait for the safety car to park up on the exit of turn 3. So we're going to be seeing any drivers jumping into the pits. We'll soon find out. It doesn't look like it. Oh, we've seen Roscoe jumping in. And Double Cream Cat coming in. Double Cream Cat could have stayed out, but unfortunately decides to jump into the pit lane. So we should be getting, I think, one more lap of this safety car, and then we'll be getting ready to get underway yet again for the start of lap 28, where we're going to end up having 8 laps of racing. And keep an eye on Roscoe and Al especially, who's going to be on a warpath right now, especially after what happened in the previous few moments. Is Al going to manage to move up a good few places? Yes, he is. Wet tyres for these guys. Oh, this is interesting. Built-in Matt also, is Reese going on the wet tyres? Not fresh inters for them. So wet tyres for Steve Penny and Built-in Matt. This is interesting now, folks. What tyres are going to be better? Is it going to be the green-walled Pirellis or the blue-walled Pirellis? Wets or intermediates? What is the tyre going to be? Is Built-in Matt and Steve Penny going to end up absolutely just sailing past everybody? Literally, pun intended there. Or is it going to be... Oh, I don't think it's going to be Reese anyway. They're getting it right out of shape there. We'll see how these intermediates are, these wet tyres are holding up. So there we are, we've got that message to say that the safety car is in this lap. Now we've got, it's going to be Temp's Shadow who's going to be taking us away now. And they get going already. Let's see how things are going to be going. Is Jetfish going to be able to come in on the attack? They've got the slipstream, they move to the right hand side out of the slipstream. But then instantly that car, as soon as it hits the air resistance, it slows right down. Sammy going up the inside of the Red Bull and trying to go up the inside of his teammate. End up a little bit of contact there between the Red Bull and the Haas. And has the Red Bull got any damage? No, the Red Bull is all fine for the moment. We're seeing this physical battling out here, and Al desperately trying to get past Roscoe there, moves up and contact there with Al, and has Al got a front broken front wing? I can't see that properly there. Nope, he managed to get away, fortunately enough. Al being very aggressive right now and trying to get past as quick as he can to catch up to Jetfish. as he knows that if he doesn't manage to score good points here tonight, this could be all over in the championship. Al managing to get past, well, go up the outside of Faisako there, and oh, Kaizen has left the session. So Kaizen's going to end up dropping it all the way down, and Al managing to finally get past Roscoe there and move up. No, sorry, still battling out with Faisako here, side by side, and now manages to get past and up into 9th place. 1.9 seconds is the gap to the next car. Is Faisako going to be able to battle back? Yes, he is. He slips it back into the slipstream and moves up using that battery. Kaizen dropping down places now after being unfortunately disconnecting from the lobby. Tasami getting a 3-second time penalty. We'll have a look at the penalty situation right now, as we see quite a few of them with 3 seconds. Faisako's actually got 6 seconds, and he's battling with Al right now, who is on a 3 seconds of penalties. Al right now will not be happy with things that did unfold earlier on with having that drive-through penalty. He would have been sitting in 2nd place at the very least on the restart, but unfortunately the cookie crumbled that way. We'll see if he's got what it takes to carry this momentum all the way through to the end of lap 36. Now looking on at Blue Panda going down the inside, going into turn 13, and he gets the move done. Nicely done there from the McLaren, as Goddard's going to let Al past and play on the defensive for Al, or is he going to just battle it out? That is the question. I think for the team game it would be better to let Al past. There we go, and he does. He moves to the right hand side to allow Al the space he needs. And Faisako has actually retired from this Grand Prix. Are we going to have another safety car? No, as that was in the pit lane. So Faisako unfortunately not managing to carry on in this Grand Prix. We've only got 6 laps left of racing here tonight. Looking on, is Bilton Matt around? No, but he does lose a good couple of places there. Oh no, sorry, Kaizen. It was Kaizen that was dropped all the way down, so not here. So here we go, see Double Cream Cat managing to unlap themselves. Oh, Blue Panda, have they got a broken front wing? Because they seem to be understeering quite a bit. No, they're not. Bilton Matt, Steve Penny is round. Of course, being the highest elevation track on the F1 calendar, it sits quite high up in the atmosphere. So one thing that always is a problem is cooling the engine, keeping it nice and cool. But here, Al looking for a move on Asdog here. Bilton Matt getting a 3-second time penalty. Al doing whatever they can, using that battery, but unfortunately they've not got the battery remaining there to push anymore for now, so he's going to have to just hold off on that battery for the time being. Looking on right now at Timmy and Sammy here, battling out for this 3rd place side by side as they're coming through turn 3, sorry, and Timmy manages to get that 3rd place and hold on to it. The Haas and the Red Bull battling out nicely here. And it's looking like it's going to be a tough one here, and who's going to be getting the best amount of points. Jetfish looking like he's going to be getting the main haul of points, but Al now up into 5th place, and could be a way to take some points away from the Haas team in just a few moments, and possibly even the Red Bulls, who are sitting just 3 cars ahead. Out of the 3 cars ahead of them, 2 of them are Red Bulls and 1 of them being a Haas. And up in the lead is Jetfish in that Haas. So we'll carry on with Al as they are just storming the field, and they just need to try and get that clean air. And you can see how slowly Sam is going through that section compared to the speed of Al. And Al is just in another league right now. And is he going to be able to get it? The unfortunate thing is it's the straight line speed that matters right now. You could go almost as slow as you want defending, but unless you've got that straight line speed, you are pretty much buggered. Let's just follow on with Al right now. He takes turn 3 quite nicely there, getting a slip of traction on the exit. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Steve Penny has retired from the Grand Prix. So we're now down to 14 in this Grand Prix. Now is Al going to get it? This is his moment to strike. Going up the inside at the hairpin at turn number 6. And now he gets it done up into 4th place now. Ever the resilient one. Now he's got 2 Red Bulls right ahead of him. And this is going to be the big challenge here to get past these 2. And now the gap is sitting at 8.8 seconds to Jetfish. But if you could get this overtake done on these 2 drivers and gain that 3-second advantage, that could be exactly what he needs to only lose out 7 points here. Welcome along those who have just joined. Oh, getting ever close to the back of them 2 Red Bulls there of Temp Shadow and Timmy. We'll see right now if he's going to have the speed to carry on in order to get that overtake done or not. Now going up the start-finish straight for the 33rd time. Has Timmy actually got, his Temp's got damage? He has, Temps has got damage. And this is perfect for Al, who hasn't got any damage, could just go for it now. Try and get past that Red Bull. He's going to be able to at least get past it, going down into turn 13 due to the corners. Let's see if he can get it done going into the hairpin here. He's just done an overtake on Sammy on the previous lap at that corner, and then he's just went and done it on Temp Shadow, and that was an incredible overtake. Next up is Timmy. Is he going to manage to get Timmy soon? As now he's going to need to try and make the 3-second gap to the car behind of Temps, and hope that he manages to increase that gap just enough in order to secure that 2nd place. Oh, and see a yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that? Built-in Matt getting out of shape and into the wall. So let's have a look. Tyres right now, it's only Built-in Matt who's on them, and they're obviously not working at this point. This battle right now going on for 2nd place between these 4 drivers of Timmy, Al, Shadow and Sammy. Looking on right now with Al. Are they going to be able to get that move going into turn 4? Unfortunately not getting close enough just yet. Are they going to be able to do it 3rd time in a row? Nope. Timmy learned from that, seeing that happen to his teammate just on the previous lap, and they were wise to it there. Jetfish right out in the lead now by 12.2 seconds, 12.3 seconds now. And it's just getting more and more each and every corner. At this rate, almost about a second quicker now. We'll see how Al's going to be able to react to Timmy, and they're both wheel spinning out of that final corner, both fighting for that traction and desperately trying to get as much traction as they can out of the final corner in order to either protect or attack that position. And it doesn't look like Al's going to be getting close enough. The one who is going to be close enough though is Sammy, who's now moved up into 4th position. Goddard has retired from this Grand Prix in the pit lane. That is a bit unfortunate. Now on lap 35 of this Grand Prix, the penultimate lap. We have not got that much longer to go. so sometimes the game has seems that Kaizen, unfortunately, it's the EA servers have unfortunately buggered up for him. Seeing that was Goddard's just done there, unfortunately. So now is Al going to manage to get this gap to Temp's Shadow? I think they are. Looking on, they're sitting 13 seconds, 17 seconds. Yep, so they've managed to get that gap, and now they could actually end up taking that second place that they've fought so desperately to manage to get back. You see Goddard's there off the track and out of the way. Position changes, there we go. So Blue Panda up 7 places here. Highest gainer besides with Reese on 6th also. But one person I will say that has done an exceptional race would be Al, after getting that drive through and now managing to make his way back up into 2nd place, being ever the resilient one, managing to get back up. Let's watch this battle for 4th place, but doesn't look like he's managing to get anywhere due to having that broken front wing. And there we go. Oh, that was the final lap, man. Jesus. Jetfish coming across the line to win the Mexico Grand Prix. And then we've got Al just coming around the final corner now, and we'll take that 2nd place with him, Timmy in 3rd. But Temp Shadow will manage. Oh, they don't manage to get that 3rd. Oh no, they do. My mistake. They just managed to get that 3rd by 7/10 of a second. Then Sammy in Timmy in 4th, Sammy in 5th, Asdog 6th, 7th for Blue Panda, 8th for Roscoe. Then we're just waiting for Reese to come across the line. There we go. In 9th place, Kaizen, unfortunately AI'd. So we're just going to be waiting on Double Cream Cat, who is a lap down. Just coming around the final corner right now. And then we just wait for Built-in Matt. So Matt just coming into turn 14, 15 and 16 now of the stadium section, and now on his way out of the stadium section into the final corner and across the line to come across the line in 11th place. However, folks, that is the end of the Mexican Grand Prix round 8 of season 16. Jetfish walking away with the maximum amount of points, dominating all night tonight. So nicely done from the Haas driver, and will extend their championship lead. And you see there Jetfish getting that win there, fastest lap 1:19.914. Al in 2nd place, then 3rd for Temp Shadow, all qualified that position and finished in them positions. Timmy in 4th, 5th for Sammy, Asdog in 6th, 7th for Blue Panda, Roscoe in 8th, 9th for Reese, 10th for Kaizen, who unfortunately didn't manage to finish the race due to a connection issue, but his car still managed to crawl back to the across the finish line. Then we had Built-in Matt in 11th. Double Cream Cat down a lap, unfortunately, and then retiring a few laps from the end was Goddard's, will still be classified. The ones who won't, though, is Steve Penny, Fisaco, Nimbe, Spanner Ape, and Godzilla Jr. They all won't be classified as they did not finish the Grand Prix. So we're going to be moving. Next week we're going to be moving on to round 9 at this track. It will be round 9, and we're going to be at Qatar. So that's going to be 8 o'clock at Thursday. So until then, from me, peace out.